studio with me, my main man, Jamie Angel. What's going on?
What is happening? It's Monday.
The whole day, but it's a beautiful day. It's a great day.
It is.
Man, God made it a great day, and he made the weather good, too, at least in Acadiana. Beautiful. Almost needed a jacket this morning.
It's gorgeous out there this morning. Like, just today in general. If we could do the show outside,
we should.
We should.
Who wants to do a remote? Let's go do a remote.
Let's do it.
As Jamie's like, my work is getting so much busier. Man of many talents. Man, you had a good weekend?
I had a great weekend.
Hey, Cajuns won. Tigers won. I need to check my Jags. For our pokes out there, I get it. Well, I mean, you're playing UL, so I get it.
Boy,
but this week I'm pulling
Saints.
For you. Oh, wait, yeah, we had another team that played. The best thing that came from that game with the Saints was the new end zones.
At you least didn't like their jerseys? I hated the jerseys.
I'm not a huge fan of them, but we're 0-2. And when I saw Spencer Rattler, I had
0-2?
Well, in the gold jerseys.
Oh, okay.
I had flashbacks to Aaron Brooks in 2002.
Well,
number 2, gold jerseys. I'm serious. If that's what I thought of, and then
Look, and it's not for. I think the pieces are there. It's just the execution was a little flawed.
Yeah, we'll see.
Game 1. Stuff up.
It's game 1.
Oh, look, maybe if we have time, the end of the show, we'll talk about Philly's Karen.
Oh yeah, you gotta fill me in on that one. So the Philadelphia Phillies, they have a Karen.
Oh yes.
Does Martha Jean know? Because she's a Karen.
Stole a home run ball from a kid. Well, that's okay. He got what he got his. She got hers too, boy.
Yeah, I was about to say. So the Karen, she took the ball from the kid.
Well, she claimed it was her ball, and the dad was just like, he said, "I'm setting a good example for my kid. I just gave her the ball."
Oh my gosh! Foul balls, man, or home run balls. You better watch it. All right, let's go to this topic. Lloyd Lee at Business Insider reports that ICE, they just carried out what one official called the largest single site enforcement operation in U.S. history. The target was Hyundai's massive new factory in Georgia, Ellabelle, Georgia. The company's biggest American project yet. Nearly 500 workers were detained. Most of them were South Korean nationals. Before we jump into the facts here, I got to remind everyone we are broadcasting live from Rumble. I want you to go over to Rumble. Let me see you over there at rumble.com. You can check us out. Look at the Josh Guillory Show. You can also go to the Josh Guillory Show social media pages. We are streaming live. Want to see you over there. The chat feature is available. So Hyundai, they've been here for 2 decades, pouring in billions into the southern economy of our country. They pledged another $26 billion recently, you may recall, right here in the great state of Louisiana, a new steel mill. The Georgia Meta Plant, as it's referred to, which is almost a $7.6 billion joint project with LG Energy Solutions, it was supposed to bring in right around 8,500 jobs to the state. So that's great. That's good. Parts of the 3,000-acre site were still under construction when ICE raided. So about 250 of the detained workers were tied to the HLGA Battery Company, which is a Hyundai LG joint venture. South Korea's government, they had a little response. They scrambled. They responded. Because reports say over 300 of the detained workers are already being flown home on a chartered plane. Like, ain't playing. That's pretty quick, by the way.
Yeah.
No criminal charges have been announced yet, but Hyundai says it is reviewing all of its contractors and subcontractors' hiring practices. It wasn't us. It wasn't us, Uncle Sugar. It was them contractors, subcontractors. Hyundai's footprint in the South is mightily large. Pretty big. Montgomery, Alabama, West Point, Georgia. Now, our state, Louisiana, nearly 30,000 jobs tied directly or indirectly. That's a lot. They've helped transform the region really into some form of automobile hub, kind of like an auto hub now. If you look at it, where all the activity is.
Mm-hmm.
The Trump White House stressed that the United States will remain the best place in the world to do business while also enforcing immigration law. I agree, Mr. President. You can walk and chew gum. You can get those wins. You can still get those wins and still stay true to the mission. So, bigger picture here. Hyundai's been a little darling, quite frankly, for Southern governors and state leaders for quite some time. Like I said, at least 2 decades. They bring ribbon cuttings. They bring big numbers. They bring thousands of jobs. I just said over 30,000. That's a lot. That is a lot. Alabama, Georgia, Louisiana. All of these 3 states have or will benefit from all of these massive investments. And you can't deny the massive investments from Hyundai. But none of that puts any of these guys above the law. If you're going to build in America, yes, we love that. But you have to play by American rules. And this is where Trump's approach stands out clearly. Previous administrations had turned a blind eye to all of these situations. They wanted the jobs. I agree. I want the jobs too. They wanted the headlines. But they also all looked the other way when contractors cut there's a few little corners. It's okay if they're just kind of illegal immigrants. They're just kind of illegal. Just a little bit. Well, if a little bit, then that means a lot. That means all the way. Slightly. Yeah.
Slightly illegal.
But they wanted all that. They didn't mind. Cut a few little corners. Okay. Leave me alone. I'm bringing all these jobs. They wanted it all. But Trump's team isn't playing the game. They're saying loud and clear, foreign investment is welcome. We want foreign investment. But illegal hiring is not. We're not welcoming that, period. We want the jobs. We want you to come here. We're going to make it as easy as we can for you to come here. And if not, Trump's tariffs have proven that it will, at minimum, be much more painful to do business other places than here. So either way, we know we're probably tied at the hip. All we're asking you to do is just follow our rules. Don't bring in illegal aliens into your operation. Have better checks and balances for your contractors, independent contractors, to vet these things. Don't take the easy win. We get it. 99% could be all great, honest, hardworking folks. It just took 19 hijackers on September 11th.
Look, I understand Hyundai's a South Korean company, and you know that they want to bring in their folks because they know the process. Yada, yada, yada. That's fine. Just do it the right way.
Yeah.
Temporary worker status.
There's plenty. And that's what Trump was saying. And that's what his team is saying. Hey, we want you here. Part of the process, though, means you're vetted before you come or you follow whatever permit you had to be here, things like that.
And I'm sure he'd be happy to expedite it for something as big as a Hyundai plant where they're making all this, money for America.
America. That's what I'm saying. He would probably expedite it. You wouldn't even need a gold card.
Nope.
All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live on Rumble. Where you at, Rumble folks? I want to see you. Rumble, rumble.com. Want to see you over there. You can also chat us on Rumble, and you can look at old archive videos. Man, I'm going to post tonight on the Supreme Court. I want you to look at my personal pages on Josh Guillory, Facebook, Instagram, X, and Truth Social. Killswitch sees me on Truth Social.
Yeah.
This another one of our mutual friends. I'll keep her anonymous. She's my spiritual warrior.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Love her.
Me too. Anyway, she's on there. But yeah, I want to see your comments tonight. I can't wait. Supreme Court cleared the way for ICE to go ahead and do a little common sense, enforce the federal law. Yeah, even in Los Angeles. But we'll talk about it tonight. Okay, so let's go back to this little conversation that we were having. So South Korea, man, you know, we love you. If you're our ally, we love the fact that you want to bring some jobs over here. You know, just got to follow the law. Can't send illegal aliens. Can't allow your folks to overstay their visas. You know, it's a mutual benefit here, but we'll follow. Hey, I tell you what, in return, in exchange for you having the protections of the United States jurisdiction, all we ask is that you follow the law. So anyway, now South Korea, yes, we're allies, but they're gonna complain. They're gonna do all what they do. Like I said, scramble. Politicians will posture. We've already seen it. I
think they respect the whole. I think they.
You talking
understand.
about Hyundai?
Yeah, I think
I do
Hyundai
too.
respects and they know, and they're like, hey, we'll work to fix it.
Yeah, they still got to scramble. They still got to. It's still something they have to address, and it's still so
they're
they're
going to cost them some money too because they're gonna have to pay accordingly.
Well, so let's say one little truth though, and we kind of said it last segment. These companies aren't going anywhere. Like Hyundai's not leaving over this. I mean, they are breaking sales records right now. They're breaking records. They're investing more than ever, that's for sure. They need us more than we need them, that's for sure. But that leverage, see, here's the difference. That leverage belongs to America. Trump is not the first president to understand that we have this leverage. He's the first one using it in a long time. And the beneficiary is the people, or the little guys, or the worker bees, the working class, all the folks that the Democrat Party says that they're for. I'm for the little guy. No, they screw the little guy. They need the little guy to stay down. They're like crack dealers. Just give them a little bit to be hooked. They just need a little bit of crack.
A little fix.
A little bit. But they got that control. Anyway, yes, we will take the billions. Hyundai, we'll take the plants. We love that. We'll take the jobs. We'll take all that. But we're also going to enforce immigration law at every level, at least with this administration. So whether you're crossing the Rio Grande or walking into a factory in Georgia, that's how you protect workers. That's how you protect the rule of law. That's how you keep us safe. That's how you keep America strong. That's how you keep businesses safe. I could go on and on and on. It's just kind of common sense.
But now you got all these Georgia moms and Georgia dads that have been arrested and detained by ICE.
See?
Georgia parents.
Yeah, where are they at?
No, they're Korean parents. They're Korean moms and Korean dads.
Oh, where
Remember
are those?
Maryland dad? No.
I do.
He was Venezuelan dad or whatever, El Salvador dad, Honduran
He's just
dad.
a dad.
I'm a dad.
Yeah.
Don't give me permission to break the law. If
Come on,
I were
now.
to do something like that, I'd be
Come on.
I'd be major headlines down here.
All of it.
Y'all saw what Angel did? Corrupt, I tell you. We've been telling y'all he's corrupt.
Yeah, what are you doing over there?
FBI investigation.
Oh, Mesha. Man, I can't believe that Phillies mom. So let me get this straight. This is a Phillies Major League Baseball game.
Mm-hmm.
And there's this kid that's going for the ball.
All right, so let me set it up.
All right,
What
yeah.
happened was...
Yeah, talk to me.
This ball was hit.
I need to know this for
Went
context.
to the stands. It landed in the vicinity of this Jamie Lee Curtis looking Karen lady. Right? Oh, sassy woman. This dad saw it. He ran over to the place where it landed. It hit the ground. It bounced off a few things.
Fair game.
There were a few people there. He grabbed it first.
Okay.
She says she had it. No, she might have glanced it. She might have brushed it. But he had firm, solid control of the ball.
Okay.
He took it, ran back to his seat.
Yeah.
Gave it to his son. Very excited. The son was all happy. The lady walks up. She runs over and just like kind of puts her hands on him. He does this like shuddered, terrified, scared thing. And they go back and forth. Now everybody's got a cell phone. So there's every angle you can imagine. And she's like, it landed. It was I had the ball. You took it from me. And then at one point he's just like, you know what? Just give her the ball. Go. Bye.
And so he had to take the ball from the boy?
He made his son give the ball to the lady. So a little bit later, some very nice officials from the Phillies came out, brought the boy a bag of some treats. After the game, he got to go down, meet the guy who hit the home run. He signed the bat he hit the home run with, gave it to the kid.
Yes.
And, all is well with that kid. All is not well with that woman. Now, 2 women now have been accused of being her. They've had to come out publicly and say, I'm not the Phillies mom. I didn't do it. Oh,
So this is a thing.
It's a huge
So
thing.
there's the Phillies mom. That's like what she's known as right now.
It's the second time in 2 weeks that somebody has done something to a kid at a sporting event. A few weeks ago, I think it was the U.S. Open, a Polish CEO snagged a kid that a hat that a tennis player gave a kid. Yes. Well, he got outed. He apologized. He gave it back.
Calls for resignation.
It's just been a rough week for sports fans.
Let me ask this other one. So this is a CEO of a company?
Of a company.
And he's at the U.S. Open and he rips the hat from the kid?
Now, you think he learned from the Coldplay concert.
That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking.
That there's cameras everywhere. Stop stealing from kids and stop cheating on your wife at concerts. Bruh.
And they were dancing.
That's right up Martha Jean's alley.
She was probably there.
Martha, just saw her take a hot dog from a kid once.
What?
She took a bite, gave it back to him. It's awful.
Hey, so let's go to the Trumpster, all right?
Let's do it.
All right, so Trump weighs in on all this. If you can go, there's a Fox News report by Greg Weiner that
What? Greg who? What? Greg who?
You said Martha Jean.
He said me.
Anyway, Fox News. How about that? Fox News is reporting that President Trump has weighed in. I agree. That's what I just said. On the massive ICE raid at the Hyundai's battery plant in Georgia. So as we covered just earlier, nearly 500 workers, most of them South Korean, more than 300, I believe, were detained in what's being called one of the largest workplace enforcement actions in history. Now, Trump making it pretty clear the raid was the right call, but there's also a path forward. Now, his thoughts are pretty interesting, and I do want to dive into this. And I also want you to go to Rumble. We're broadcast. I forget to announce that. We're broadcasting live from Rumble. I want to see you over there. I want you to see us and go out there and chat live feature here. All right, so he says, we made the right call. We made the right call. But there is a path forward, and I think it's reasonable, and I agree with the 47th President of the United States. I agreed with the 45 guy, too, by the way. So here are a few little facts, though. Just remember, 475 workers, to be exact, were arrested. Some crossed over into our country illegally. Some just overstayed visas. Others entered under some waivers, but that would prohibit employment. But Hyundai insists none of the detained workers were direct employees of the company. No, it's just, those are contractors, subcontractors. Leave me alone. Trump told reporters Sunday that while ICE was right to act, America does also need foreign experts temporarily to help train our workers in advanced industries like battery production, shipbuilding, computer manufacturing, things like that. He said, if you don't have people in this country right now that know about batteries, maybe we should help them along. And floated the idea of some kind of short-term stays for skilled trainers. Man, I'm telling you, the guy, you gotta appreciate this. I'm not saying you have to agree with it. I do. Well, I do, but process means something. But I love it on this. I mean, look, you gotta appreciate this about Donald J. Trump. See problem, fix problem. See problem, fix problem. At least he wants to do something, and I think this is what he's floating around, a temporary type visa for some skilled trained workers under certain conditions to help rebuild our workforce. I mean, think about it. He's doing everything he can to get the jobs here, and they're coming. As we've announced a lot of them. But we have to retrain our workforce. We've allowed ourselves voluntarily to switch, manufacturing workforce to a economy to a service related.
Hey, when we come back, we got some Phillies Karen reaction coming in. We got to hit that up.
Well, Philly's mom, you making your way all the way to South Louisiana. All right, guys, we'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from Rumble, rumble.com. I want to see you over there at Rumble. Like Rumble in the Jungle, go look up the Josh Guillory Show, and you too can see us and old archived episodes. We certainly want to see you. We got the chat open as well. Go check us out over there. We're talking about Hyundai. But before we resume that discussion, got to announce my favorite part of the whole show. The phone lines are open. 232-1542. I want to hear from you. 232-1542. If you've been thinking to yourself, you know what? I might want to call into that guy's show. You know, those guys they're not going to, be ugly or anything. Today's the day. I want to hear a new voice. Come on.
I want to talk about Karen.
Oh, yeah. We're supposed to be talking about that Phillies mom.
I'm saying if they want to call in and
talk
about it.
Tell me about that Phillies mom. We got one right here. Let's see.
Jay in Lafayette says, don't forget she mouthed something to the crowd and then gave them the middle finger for booing her on the Jumbotron. Yes, she sure did.
What?
T-Don and Paul Bro, they're already making Halloween costumes of the Philly Karen, and they're making action figures. I saw that today, too.
Oh, come on. That ain't true. Is that true?
That's 100% true.
All right, we ready for the phones?
Yeah. Let's see. I'm not sure who this
Go to Warren.
person is. Let's go to Warren then.
Warren, thanks for calling in, bud. What you got? Next caller.
Well, I think y'all talking about having a show. Y'all ought to do a show over there in New Iberia at the monkey farm.
Hey,
the monkeys, the monkeys are just natural exhibitionists. Can you imagine if you give them a little bit of meth?
Warren.
you've seen the pictures at the zoo when they jump on the car. The people just trying to ride through the zoo and they get the car jumped on. But it's crazy. Y'all go sit over there and watch, see if y'all can see any gay, transgender, monkey action over there.
I'm good.
Warren, how do you? Well, first of all, you hung up. I was going to ask, how do you know if they're transgender? I mean, do you ask them? See, at least with lefties, you can ask them, and they'll be like, I was born a biological man, but I identify as an elephant right now. Or whatever, or unicorn, or whatever.
I'm not even going to entertain that.
Okay. Well, let's go to this caller. Caller, you're live on the Josh Guillory Show. What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Yeah. Hi, is it my turn?
Yes, sir. Thank you for calling in. What's your name?
Hey, my name is Mitch. I'm calling. Actually, I'm in the parking lot of Tractor Supply right now.
Hey, that's a great place to be, man. I got a lot of good stuff from over there.
That's where I get my dog food.
It is. Hey, listen, y'all left off a little bit of the story on the little child with the baseball.
Okay.
I know it was his birthday.
I didn't know that.
Well, but hey, it gets better. It so happened that the owner of Camping, I believe it's Camping World, or if not Camping World, it's a big nationwide camper sales company. He is going to treat the entire family to the World Series, and he also gave the family a travel RV.
What? Man, I want a Karen.
Hold on. Wait a minute.
I'm bringing all my kids to every game.
Absolutely, and it's their birthday.
And hey, be like, look, you look like a Karen. I'll pay you $50 to steal this ball.
Exactly. Go ahead and set it up.
Yeah. Well, thanks, Mitch.
You guys have a great day, and it's a great show.
Oh, appreciate it, bud. Hey, look, man, some of my best thinking was
his
in that
birthday,
dude. The story gets better and better, or worse and worse.
He wanted to give his son a home run ball on his birthday. And this,
I'm just saying,
nasty bee.
Wow. Yeah.
Like, there's just not.
Oh man, that's okay, buddy. That's okay. She probably voted for some of the folks
I've just been in a very bad mood for 40 years.
That might be her. That might be her. You want to go back to this Hyundai stuff? Hey, look. So Trump's saying, look, you want to come in, that's fine. We want you to come in, all that stuff. We want you to do that too. That's fine. Just follow the laws. But now he pivots though, and this is the part that I think is worth noting. He pivots and says, hey, that's fine, but we're transforming our manufacturing or excuse me, we're transforming our economy. We're bringing back manufacturing jobs. We have a great workforce, but our workforce is not terribly trained to the level that it needs to be right now to be able to embrace this growth. You got to have the infrastructure. You got to have the bones. So he says if you don't have people in this country right now that know about batteries, maybe you should help them along. I get it.
Well, and it's a South Korean company, so I'm sure a lot of their processes, their manuals, their equipment, it's all in Korean.
Probably.
Yeah. It takes a massive amount of work to transfer some of that, adapt that stuff. So rather than do that, save the money, bring in these workers to facilitate those parts where you would have to otherwise either redo the equipment or retrain someone. I don't know. Maybe. Just my thoughts.
I think those are good thoughts. Well, and I like how he would implement it. I also like that you gotta love the dude. He don't bring a problem without a recommended solution, and it's really not recommended. He usually no, he doesn't. Hey, maybe we should. Maybe I would be okay, But he floated this idea of short-term stays for skilled trainers. I think it's brilliant. I think that's pragmatic. It doesn't have to be a long-term solution. He says short-term stays. Maybe that could be a permanent thing, depending on whatever rules you want to put in place. But it's a very it fills a gap. Clearly, there's a gap. A lot of them overstayed their visa.
Mm-hmm.
Still, look, man, 99 problems. That ain't ours. That ain't one of them.
When he said it before, a lot of like California, for example, and these farming areas, look, a lot of them just truly don't have enough people locally, wherever they are, to work. So they bring in foreign workers. Now, there are many companies that do it legally. There are people who travel up across the border every day from Mexico to work, but they do it legally.
Yeah.
And Trump has made it clear with this before. Yes, we know there's a shortage. We know there's a need for foreign workers. All we're asking, do it the right way.
Yeah.
Do it the right way. Let the system work.
Yeah, look, man, it's not we're not being unreasonable here.
No, they're just trying to cut costs and save money.
And we're all about it the lawful way. And guess what? Because of Trump's tariff approach with tariffs, whether they like it or not, it is more painful to create those manufacturing sites outside of America than it is inside of America with these tariffs. That's just the truth. That's just the truth. And that's good. And speaking of truth on Truth Social, Trump said, to your point, foreign investment is welcome, but companies must follow immigration law. And you said this earlier, too. He pledged to make it quickly and legally possible. You mentioned it. I agree. He would be as efficient as he could. He would definitely get the wheels, the levers of government pulled, the wheels on the tracks rolling. And he said he wants foreign firms to bring in top talent. He's willing to work with them. He's willing to do whatever needs to happen, provided that they also hire Americans. And I'm telling you, man.
They must pass the background check. Very extensive background check. They should. And honestly, every single person coming into our country should pass a basic background check.
Yeah, well, the problem, of course, hands down, no one should argue with that. No one could reasonably argue with that. There are difficulties, as you know, with background checks with foreign nationals.
Yeah,
sometimes but something.
Trust me, if they're a murderer in their country, it'll be in the system.
Yeah. Hey, can we at least try to see if they're a legal citizen? Because that is one felony that would be on their background check. You literally have them.
Provide references.
Provide. Yes, please.
Or get certification from your local government.
Or just do it the right way.
Yeah.
If you do it the right way, the process will vet it all out. All out. I'm just saying.
Common sense.
None of us conservatives most of us aren't anti-immigration. We're just anti-illegal immigration. We're a land of immigrants. Come on now. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. We're going to keep those phone lines open. welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live on Rumble. Go check us out, rumble.com. We appreciate all our Rumble folks over there, and you can go to all of our socials, the Josh Guillory Show, and you can click there, YouTube, all the things. But the easiest one, just go to rumble.com. And we'd love to follow us while you're there. Follow us or not, we want to see you on Rumble. Okay, so phone lines are open, 232-1542, 844-766-6607 outside the Acadiana area. We're going to keep talking about this South Korea stuff now, Trump's position. I mean, South Korea has been kind of, like you said, they understand. You know, they get it, but Trump's like, man, bring the business, but, you know.
Yeah. But, hey, it beats the alternative. Them making this stuff in their own country.
Absolutely. And they know that they know they have to be here. We know that.
We were talking in the break. I was ordering something online for the show earlier, and it was the first time I've ever encountered this in ordering something. It gave me the option. It said, you can order this to be manufactured in the United States.
Okay.
It's an additional 6 cents per item charge.
All right.
Or you can have it done in the factory in China. It's cheaper. It'll take a little longer, and it's not made here in America. It's not employing American citizens.
That's
so
right.
Would you like to pay the extra 6 cents? And I was like, 100% yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for giving me the choice.
Yes. That is cool. That is cool. I bet you a lot of folks would choose American.
I mean, I'd rather they just say, hey, we're not going to even make these in China anymore.
Exactly.
But again, I understand people got to make money.
Yeah. Hey, I get it. Well, good. Speaking of which, we'll have some merchandise, some merch. Josh Guillory Show merchandise. Get your swag on. Where do they get it at, bud?
Just go to our Rumble channel and click on shop.
Yeah, that's easy. See? Easy over there. All right, guys. Yeah. South Korea, though, on all these Hyundai and all this illegal immigrants and things like that, they said they have concern and regret, but they're going to comply. They understand. Man, I just want to highlight this. Trump is doing two things at once. That's the takeaway. First, yeah, we got it. He's enforcing immigration law, no exceptions.
He can walk and chew gum?
He can walk and chew gum.
Word.
Imagine that. He's not like one of these old regular politicians, bureaucrats. So yeah, he's enforced. Doesn't matter, no matter where you at, border, plant, whatever. We talked about that. But what's a little more interesting, something that we haven't discussed, is he's looking at the bigger picture. And that is what we need the President of the United States to do. You know, he knows that we as a country, we have to rebuild our industrial capacity. You got to get those bones, ready. You got to build that foundation. We don't have enough skilled workforce, much of a skilled workforce in certain fields. And let's just say it, because prior administrations shipped those industries overseas. Trump's addressing that with the tariffs. And he's saying, in this situation and in situations like this, we'll let experts in. We want the experts in, but we have to have them here legally, temporarily, and with the purpose of training Americans, not skipping lines, not doing all things that are against the law. To me, that is one of the ways you build strength at home without giving away our sovereignty. It's, come on. I mean, look, foreign companies, they're still going to invest billions here because they know America's the best place to do business under Trump. Now, I hope that continues, but under Trump's approach, and it's better. Look, the USA is better to do business with under Trump at minimum because it is less painful to do business outside of our country. That is because of the tariffs. Trump's flexibility is the reason why the markets haven't gone off the deep end like CNN and all those other guys told us they would do.
Well, now we just got to hope the Supreme Court really comes to and overturns this recent ruling over the past, a few days ago that effectively shut down the tariffs.
Oh, yeah.
They would have gone from whatever percentage he had set him down to 16%.
Yeah.
And then would put us in a situation where we'd have to refund a whole bunch of like,
Yeah, it's like
crazy.
Hey, judges, can you just be judges?
Yeah.
Can you just be judges?
How about you fix the crime issues?
Yeah. Well, yeah, if you're gonna be exactly, judges. If you're going to be in the executive branch, if you just have it, you just have to do policy. You just gotta legislate from the bench, or in this case, execute from the bench. You just gotta do it. It's like your thing. Can you focus on other areas of enforcement like crime? You know, I could tell you a whole bunch of things to do that's without destroying our economy. Like, who in the heck are you under that black robe? Who do you think you are? I told you. Like, seriously, how arrogant. Guys, when a judge gets information, by design, it is controlled. There is a process in place. It is limited by design. That person in the judiciary, it's not like the executive branch, where the executive is every day, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You're not off. That's just what you sign up for. That judge is not an executive. And I say it all the time, please, judge, go. You can do it. Go get a campaign. Go run for office. Actually get votes. And then execute all you want if you're in the executive branch. Now, judge, if you're in the legislative branch, though, you can't do that either now. You got to work with other folks. I don't know why I got to explain this to somebody with a robe. All right.
If they even work half the time, because a lot of these judges, hold court once a week, and then, they're in chambers.
They work hard.
Do they?
Yeah.
Be honest.
All my friends that are,
I don't want to put you in a spot.
Hard. No, I'll say it. It's not the hardest gig in the world. They'll be the first to tell you that. But it's an important gig, you know? And then they could make a lot of money as private practitioners. And but it's, hey, I don't know.
But you'd think they'd understand the law.
Well, I tell you what you can do if you're not going to do all the extra work. Don't try to be the executive, because the executive branch don't have that convenient 9 or 10 or 11 whenever you show up and then out, But yeah, they got administrative functions and stuff. I get it. They're busy. Yeah. They're busy. They're busy.
Got to iron their robes.
Oh, that's not true. Come on. Hey, there's my disclaimer, and I mean it. Overwhelming majority of the judges I've been in front of, ethical, great folks. But boy, there's a handful out there, and we just get them a lot recently. Doggone. Stay in your lane, bro. All right, stick around. We'll be right back. Hour number 2. It's great. afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our number 2 of the Josh Guillory Show. I remain your grateful host. And in studio with me still, my main man, Jamie Angel.
No place to go.
He's had bing, 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 bing.
All the things.
Yeah. And we are still broadcasting live from Rumble. And I want to see you over there at Rumble. You like how I did that?
Yeah.
You know, kind of
Yeah.
repeat.
3 times. You got to do it 3 times.
Is that, the rules of 3?
Yeah.
I just would have felt awkward.
Well,
That's all right.
that's how I usually do.
We made it. We got it. We got to this point. It's okay. Hey, pal. All right. So go check us out over there at rumble.com. All right. Let's move on to some new topics, although it's hard to get past Karen Phil or Philly's Karen.
Oh, Philly's shy baby.
What's she known as? Philly's mom?
Philly's Karen.
Philly's Karen.
I mean, that
Golly.
is what the gods have called her.
Well, there's only one. All right. Emily Hallis at the Washington Examiner reports that Democrats are finding themselves in a political bind as President Trump's agenda keeps putting them on the defense. On issue after issue, Trump is starting to force those guys to pick. They got to make a choice. He's acting. He's a doer. He is a doer. We appreciate that. But he is forcing them to pick between their radical base and the broader American public. We've talked about it. We're starting to see it. Now, we'll see if that lasts all the way to the midterms. A lot of things can happen in these days. So a few little facts. On guns, let's talk about that. Trump's Justice Department is considering restrictions on transgender gun ownership tied to mental health concerns. All right. Some say that's polarizing. It's not. Polarizing, you gotta at least divide more than 10% of the community. You know, or impact at least 10% of the community. It doesn't impact even more than 1%. But Trump he's pitting them. He's pitting Democrats to push for gun control against their loyalty to the trans movement. And I'm not talking about transgenerational. Now, I would take great offense to that as a member of the transgen community. Okay? Just throwing that out there. Transgenerational. Now, on crime. On crime. Democrats are railing against Trump's federal takeover of Washington, D.C., even though crime has dropped under the surge of law enforcement. Even their own mayor, their Democrat mayor, even asked for it to be extended. But not Trump. You know, I'm just saying don't change anything, but it's not Trump. I'm creating an EOC. Man, what's up with rhinos and Democrats loving that? EOC.
They're big on that praise in private and admonish in public, the opposite of what you should do.
I know, exactly. But even on this issue, Trump says remember, see problem, fix problem. He's like, DC's out of control. It looks horrible. And he's right. He's right. We've been there. It looks horrible. Front door to our nation. So he says, look, it's horrible. I'm doing something. Under Home Rule Act, he absolutely can as the president of the United States. He mobilizes the National Guard to assist with law enforcement officers, and it's been a huge success. But Democrats have to choose. Who are you picking? Are you against crime or for crime? That's it.
Now, I'm going to say this.
What up?
Old Big Daddy don't help himself too much when he says things like, Chicago's going to find out why it's called the Department of War.
Oh, God. Come on.
Don't.
He didn't say that.
He did.
Yeah, I would believe it.
But
Are you serious?
like,
Hey, man.
don't say stuff like that. We are not
man, we all got that
declaring
uncle.
war on our country.
We all got that uncle.
Yeah, but he's
Now,
not the president.
I know, I get it, but this is a guy we know. And guys, look, Bud, you know this. Sometimes we're going to have to put up with some outlandish things that he's going to say.
If we wanted Pawpaw to be president,
That's actually
Pawpaw.
Pawpaw. Actually, yes. Yes.
And that's the stuff Papa would say.
And he don't care. Chicago, you about to find out. I'm 80-something years old, and I could give 2 cents about any of this nonsense.
I'm too old to care.
But not old enough. Not
Seen
too
it
old.
all, been there, done that.
I'm also the smartest.
High IQ, no one higher.
On spending, Democrats are attacking, are still to this day attacking Doge. Now I'm going to tell you, that might be from both sides at this point.
What's Doge?
Yeah, I mean, I still got my T-shirt. Remember I wore it one time?
Oh, you've worn it a few times.
Yeah, that's true. I have my Doge T-shirt. I still wear it.
All that, like, here we are. Was it 8 months later?
Yeah.
And Doge was a bust.
$9 billion.
Where?
No, there was $9.4 billion at least with PBS and
what happened
NPR.
to the 200 billion? Then it was supposed to be like up to $1 trillion. Where'd it go?
All I gotta say is there was a PowerPoint and some talking points. Now leave us alone.
Yeah. Thanks, Ross Perot.
Look, I got one thing I liked about Doge. Well, one, I liked all those numbers that admittedly we reported on. That's why I give the sources. No, I'm just reporting, giving my thoughts. But really, it's I like the cuts if they were real or if there was as accurate as initially reported. But I did like just the mentality of go in there and just have the idea of being more efficient. We're not saying cut useful things. We're not saying cut essential things. We're saying what's non-essential. You know, what resources are non-essential. And it's a mindset of remember whose dollar you are spending. And I liked that aspect of Doge, you know, but
What about Louisiana Doge? What happened to Louisiana Doge?
What is happening with that?
I don't think they've ever had a meeting.
Got a logo.
They never had a meeting.
They got a logo.
Well, maybe they had a meeting. Y'all call and tell us. We're curious.
What do y'all know about Louisiana Doge? Talk to me.
That was
Holla
a
at
big
me.
deal. We're going to save some money.
You know, you could do that without an acronym.
Yeah. Just
Did you know that?
cut spending.
Do you know when you submit a budget? This is crazy. All right. Maybe I'm just out there. But do you know that when you propose a budget, do you know that you could cut spending?
Legislature can do that too. Y'all know y'all could do that?
What?
Y'all could cut stuff
Come
out of
on.
bills. Y'all could trim
Come on
bills.
now. Come on
Yeah.
now. Come on now.
Yeah.
Come on now. Imagine if a government had more money than it had before. I wonder if that government would ever consider lowering taxes. I wonder if the government would ever say, maybe we should be more efficient.
It's about the same government that greenlit a multi-billion-dollar river diversion project, spent about $600 million of it, and then just was like, nah, we're gonna cancel this.
When was that?
This year, the Barataria diversion thing, they just canceled it.
Where's everybody watching it? Where's the watchdogs?
I just know they spent, I think it was north of $500 million, and they're like, nope, we're canceling this project.
Wow.
That's you. I mean,
Yeah.
Hey, y'all pay attention.
Yeah. Yeah. Woo, man. Wow. I could talk a lot. We're going to talk all about that at the break. No, I'm kidding. When we get back, we'll continue this and so much more. Be right back. welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live from the Beal and our friends over there. I'm gonna give them a plug anyway. Beal and Bear, I love them. They did sponsor the show studios for a long time. Good people over there, and I still say your hometown attorneys. Go give those guys a shout, man. But we're also broadcasting live from Rumble, rumble.com. Go check us out at Rumble, man. We want to see you over there. We got a chat feature. We got all the things, all the things. So right now, we're talking about President Trump and his policies, how his policies, are driving the Democrat Party into some choices, basically at a choke point. They got to make a decision. You know, are they going to keep pivoting all the way to their base? Or are they going to keep diving in and digging into their base? Or are they're going to pivot a little bit? You know, we talked about on guns, on crime. You know, guns, for example. Trump wants to tighten up on transgender gun ownership. Now think about it. That pits Democrats' push for gun control, against their loyalty to that movement. Which one are you going to pick? You see what I'm saying? You got, all right. On crime, Democrats railed against Trump, railed against him in regards to D.C. Now their Democrat mayor is saying, keep doing it. It's great. Stats support it. You know, Doge, I get it. Fair attack. Next. On immigration.
You know, I hadn't even.
No, that's where I went with it. Next. Go ahead.
I hadn't even thought about well, you mentioned the gun control aspect.
You like that angle?
Because I'd seen where he had mentioned gun control for transgender folks last week, and I was like, I don't know how I feel about that because, you know, but I see now that you make that connection.
I'm just saying,
he really does.
They have to make that decision. Think about it, guys. Think about it.
Are they going to complain because it's not fair?
Yeah. You're going to either have to admit that transgender is a mental illness because it is DSM-5. I'm not a medical doctor. Go talk to those guys. DSM-5, all right? So you got either have to admit that truth, you know, or what? The opposite? You don't want gun control?
I got the best comeback for these people with the transgender. Oh, all right.
Like, who do you want more, gun control or transgender rights? What do you want?
And people who try to compare, gay rights and completely different. You can be attracted to whoever you want to be attracted to. That's not a mental illness. That's just your attraction. When you start thinking that you are not what you are, there's something wrong.
I'm saying it, and we should have compassion with these guys and gals. You know, no one should call them names or anything like that. But we also, if we saw someone, even who appeared to be of sound mind and body, talking to a light pole, we would say, that is not normal. This person needs help. And we would be compassionate. They think that there's a reality that more than 99%, at least of Americans, don't identify with.
And we should not entertain that.
Yeah. No, well, of course, you don't want to identify untruth. You only want to speak truth, see truth, and be in truth. You know, it may be painful. Truth may be painful, but that's where we should always strive to be. And that is not a truth, which how you described it, I felt was more accurate. You know, you cannot control how you are born. You can't control your race. You can't control your sexual orientation. You can't control your gender. You can't control your gender. There's two genders. I mean, my goodness. And to say otherwise is just not a truth. And to believe that you are something you're not is not a reality. And I can't believe there are people in the medical community that subscribe to that. Like, there's different types of genders. Yeah, you're right. There's two. There's two. And there's a clear difference. And look, let's move on to all their resistance this way. Look, despite all of their resistance, I'm telling you, going back to Trump pitting these guys, all right, it's pretty brilliant. He's already delivered on tax cuts with the one big, beautiful bill. I don't like the big, ugly debt that goes with it. What about immigration reform through Lake and Riley Act and a string of executive orders? So, I mean, basically, Democrats at the national level, and this is all, well, no, the Democrat Party has branded themselves as the anti-Trump party. Anti-whatever, but anti-Trump for sure. But that strategy is starting to backfire. On guns, they're torn between their own platform and their activists. On crime, they're stuck opposing safer streets. On immigration, they're defending illegality. Every path they take makes them weaker with the voters because they have to make that choice. And they're choosing more and more demographics of very, very small populations over the vast majority of voters. You decide whether that's right or wrong. I don't understand it, but maybe some folks listening do. And that's your thing. Go for it. It's just not mine. And Trump is just using this to his advantage. I mean, think about this. He's tying Democrats in knots by forcing them to make impossible choices. They're either alienating their radical base or they're alienating normal voters, ordinary folks. That may be why polls continue to show Democrats at historic lows. We've been reporting on that. Still a far way from this midterm election. Don't get too cozy. But that's why their so-called resistance is not working. So, what's your thoughts so far on this wonderful information?
I mean, Trump didn't even have to do that much. Dems are just really kind of destroying themselves along the way. Look, goofy policies are going to get goofy reactions.
Yeah.
And a lot of what they want and propose, back to the transgender thing. Like, at what point do they just stop and realize that they're wrong? Like, because to me, it's just so painfully obvious.
I think they all
Same with immigration.
I'm just trying to think, like Elizabeth Warren, I don't know if we can get her off of her. Like Jupiter. She's on Jupiter or Saturn. I can't remember. I don't know, man. I think a lot of them know, but they're arrogant and they will dig in and they don't care. They just want to be right and in control and have the power.
It's like the whole New York mayor thing. Like, I cannot wrap my head around what's going on in New York City right
with Zuwambi?
Mamdani. In what world? Like, who's gonna pay for all this free stuff?
Oh, the socialists, or the communists, really.
And there's a lot of wealthy folks in New York. Are y'all not concerned?
I would be.
And not to say, you protect. No, you earn that money. You should not be forced to fork it over to people who are either too lazy or are just plain unwilling to.
And not only that, the illegal immigrants too. Just the wane and strain on the system, on the public system that you're paying for, New Yorkers.
Stupid.
I agree. Well, hopefully that gentleman does not win. Golly. All right, guys, stick around. Phone lines are open. 232-1542, 844-766-6607. We'll be right back. Welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show, broadcasting live from rumble.com. Go over there at rumble.com. I want to see you over there, and you can chat us as well. I was pointing back for all you Rumble folks. He didn't see me, though. He points at me for me to go, and I pointed back at him
saw
this
you.
time. Oh, I'll see. Okay.
See, even if I'm looking away,
I want
can
to
still see you on the
participate.
screen.
Oh, you see. He's smart. He's smart. All right, let's go to the phone lines. I can't wait to hear from these brilliant folks. Let's start with Matt. Matt, what you got, buddy?
Like I've said before, biggest thing is people have forgotten of how to be human beings. You start a business, you start growing. Ego and arrogance plays a big part of that, but there's a good parts of that causes drive and determination. Where it fails you is you develop narcissism, and that's when everything starts to crumble down. It still goes right back to the beginning. People have forgotten how to be human. That's it. That's my opinion.
Well said, Matt. I bet you a lot of folks are agreeing with you, man. Appreciate you. Who we going to? Justin. What's up, Justin? You made some killer points the last few times you've been on, man. What you got?
Okay, so two things, but I hear where you're coming from with the transgender thing, but there's 2 points on that.
All right.
One is less than 1% of the mass shootings in the past 20 years have been transgender.
Okay.
So that fact needs to be brought out there.
Good point.
The other part is if Donald Trump goes this route and bans transgender from having guns, then the Republicans are going to have to admit that the Second Amendment fight was not about the Second Amendment. It was about their Second Amendment.
Woo!
And that's all I got.
That's a good one, Justin. Hey, look, politically he's right. Policy-wise, you got to play it out, you know. That I would say. And look, I do not claim to be God's gift to attorneys. Okay, I'm just going to kind of give you my. I know I'm disappointing. I know it's true.
Go find me God's gift to attorneys to work for.
I know. But I'll say this. So the right to bear arms has been deemed a fundamental right. Now we've gone over fundamental rights a lot, but I'll summarize it. The government can still infringe on someone's fundamental right. Absolutely can. But the government must pass strict scrutiny first. What the heck is that? 2 things. The government must have a compelling interest to do what it is that they want to do. The second thing is there must not be any less restrictive ways to accomplish that. We call that narrowly tailored. Is the law narrowly tailored to accomplish that compelling interest? Is there no less restrictive ways to accomplish that? And okay, so that's very rare, very extreme, shouldn't happen a lot, doesn't happen a lot, where strict scrutiny is passed. It's hard. Now, I would imagine President Trump's legal team would the government's legal team would more than likely rely on, well, this is an exception. This is a mental illness. And because it's a mental illness, and to this degree, there's a compelling interest, and we already know there's a compelling interest, but it's narrowly tailored. But Justin's point is pretty solid politically, and this may go back into feel good now, may not be good later. So just be careful.
Now,
all these wonderful wins.
If Justin would just tailor his social media comments to be as kind and respectful as his phone comments,
he's not
might be in
nice.
business.
Oh, Justin,
He's
you better
a little rough on social media.
Justin, don't do that. Be that nice gentleman.
Yeah.
I know. All right, make your points. Let's see, Warren. What's up, Warren? What you got?
Well, Jamie, somebody's got to fiddle while Rome burns. Josh, I agree with what you're saying because I don't even think them transgenders would be safe at the rifle range. The chances of them shooting themselves or somebody else before they hit the target are probably pretty good, you know. And wasn't it Edwin Edwards that went to jail over free airplane rides? I think our governor's in a little bit of hot water right now, but, you know, there ain't no free lunch, you know, no plane, no gain. This is how Louisiana operates. I had a fishing partner. He was the greatest fishing partner ever. I could have got in the loop, but I didn't. He said, "Don't worry, Warren, just back the boat up and captain the boat. I'll pay for everything." That's Louisiana, Josh. Thank you.
Oh, thanks, Warren.
We ain't never got no free trips because we follow the law.
We follow the law. That's why. I mean, see rule, follow. It's too easy. All right, let's see here. Who are we going to?
We are going to
Kill Switch. What's up, Kill Switch?
What's up, guys? How y'all doing?
Man, we're good, brother. We're good. Bring it.
Good. Hey, I'll talk about that Mandami, man.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Josh. I think the whole situation is crazy.
Wild.
Yeah, man. I was watching Newsmax earlier, and they had the little ticker at the bottom would say only 54% of Americans agree with capitalism. But they teaching these kids in the college,
Exactly. Man,
like I said, I think it's something in the water they put up there, man. Got these people confused.
Kill Switch. You're right. You're right. And brother, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate you following on the social medias and all that. Whenever the indoctrination occurs, whenever our educators would start indoctrinating our kids on capitalism bad, socialism good, I just wish that they would do just this one exercise. Just this one exercise. What? All the A students, get on over here. Heck, we'll take the B ones too. B students, get your little butts over here. Raise your hand. Now, D and F students, you get over on that side. Now, the C's, y'all stay where y'all at. Now, A's and B's, I know y'all work hard. I know some of your parents are going to probably ground you if you get a C, but tough luck, okay? Because you got too much over there. I don't care you got it. I don't care you got them grades. I don't care if it was natural talent or you just worked your tail off or both. I don't care. You got to have a C because that's fair. You got to be like these other guys. D's and F's. Good news. You too have a C. Now, everybody's equal. How much longer do you think those A and B students are going to continue to work at the level they have been?
Well, that's going to
They're not ever going to do it.
That's going to last about one day because
Exactly.
the parents are going to call the school and wonder why you're narrowing out their children, why you're, No,
but the D's and F's parents are going to be like, man, you guys are the best teachers in the world. No,
you called them out. You called them out. You can't be calling people out like that.
Call who out?
Those kids, man. You embarrassed them.
No, D's and F's, you go right here. Those parents are going to love you, man. They're going to be like, they're going to call in. No, remember, they don't know this exercise.
Oh,
the parents are just going to be like, yeah, that's the greatest education in the world. Socialism doesn't freaking work. It takes out the motivation of all of the doers. We got to accept there's going to be some non-doers in every society, but you cannot take the motivation away from the doers. If you do, you're done.
Doers get more done.
Jerry, what you got, man?
Yeah, I agree with that ban on the transgender folks, but we need to throw out there that vanity is a mental illness as well. Women getting breast augmentations, men taking steroids to be more manly. That's a mental disease. So we need to be careful. There's a lot of sick folks out there. Thank you.
Thank you. You heard that, Martha Jean?
I better. Martha Jean ain't doing nothing to be more womanly. That's for sure. Ain't not a woman bone in that body of hers. She's trans something.
How many masks do you think she got up to in COVID? Like how many masks at one time?
She was wearing a full-on respirator one day.
Oh my God! Walking around?
Walking around.
Martha Jean.
Wait, look, a respirator and very little else. Oh,
like, she went to that beach that one time and she's like, I like this.
Holly Beach?
Well,
the only one in the water. Right after that report came out about the poo and all that in the water, she's like, "Oh, bring
no
it."
one's here. It's out. You gotta. It's yeah.
I'm keeping my mouth.
All right, JP, what you got, baby?
Hey, I just called my children and told them not to worry about making good grades no more. Just go ahead and make F's.
You see that? Hey, you see that? You're gonna get a C automatically. Hey. Socialism, baby.
Automatic C.
Socialism.
Hey, listen, the precedents that we set, we have to live with. So right now, you're right, Josh. We're talking about, transgender being a mental illness. We take away gun rights, but what's going to happen next time we have a liberal president and he says that conservatism is a mental illness? We're going to take away all gun rights too.
MAGA is an extremism.
How many things?
Yeah,
correct.
exactly.
How many? Where do you draw the line?
It just goes back to, it may feel good now, it may be bad later. Conservatives, we have a duty to keep ourselves honest and to keep ourselves disciplined, okay? For the betterment of our country, we got this. All right, guys, stick around. We'll be right back. welcome back to the Josh Guillory Show. We are broadcasting live on Rumble, rumble.com. Go check us out at Rumble. Look up the Josh Guillory Show and you can check us out live or pull up old archive episodes, podcasts. We certainly like that. New York, you said? Dallas.
Dallas.
All right.
Our friend Tony Dashery's up. I just want to let y'all know y'all sound great up here in Dallas. Y'all want anything from Buc-ee's on the way back?
Yeah.
What's that? Those little beaver nuggets? Or
Yeah.
Good stuff. Yeah, you don't have to bring us that.
I love it. Who are we going to?
We are going to, who are we going? Oh, Big Chris.
Big Chris. What's up, Big Chris?
You know, transgenderism, I think, is kind of like peer pressure. I mean, when I was young, I tried to smoke a cigarette. It was horrible. Never did it again. And the first time I drank a beer, it tasted like crap. But everybody around me were drinking and smoking. I never did pick up smoking, but I started drinking beer. Now I kind of like it. It's like an acquired taste. And I think a lot of these transgender, and it's coming to the surface now that a lot of these transgender that had the reassignment surgeries are having second thoughts. I think it's a lot of peer pressure. They see everybody else saying, "Oh, let's do it," and they don't realize the ramifications later on in life. And when you do something like that, there's no reversing it. I mean, you're stuck. So that's why you're seeing a lot of these transgenders going ape crap and wanting to kill themselves and kill other people.
Man, look, like I said, hey, thanks, Big Chris. You know, I say we have compassion, you know, but don't bend the knee to untruth. You gotta, I mean, we have to seek truth. God wants us to seek truth. Truth. All right, who we going to?
Eddie.
What's up, Eddie?
I'm doing all right, bro. I'm cooking some jambalaya outside.
Whoa.
And Big Chris hit it right on the nose. But I think Trump is trolling. You know how they left on gun rights, you know, want to take everybody's guns away from them. I think this is the way Trump is going to get them to backtrack because he's taking away the guns from one of their favorite constituents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm going to leave it like that, and y'all have a good one, fellas. And if I ever meet y'all, I'll give y'all some fresh vegetables one day.
Deal.
Have a good one.
Deal. We both got a green thumb. Hey, thanks, Eddie. All right, let's see it. Dustin. What's up, Dustin?
Hey, boys. How y'all doing?
We're good, brother. We're good. How you doing today?
Man, I tell you, look, I would have never thought in my 42 years of life we'd be talking about transgenders, but we are. That's the way it is.
That's where we're at.
I know when we were small and Josh growing up, your daddy Clinton, all them Pine Prairie, V Green, Motherland.
Yeah.
We didn't do none of that. We were taught in the house how to handle a gun, good from bad. We'd go down Rocky Pit Road. We'd fist fight. There was no shooting unless it was we were hunting.
Hey, don't mess with the cross-dressers.
Transgender, male, female, black, white, Asian, it don't matter.
Right.
It depends on how I know growing up, some of us didn't have dads, but we had father figures who stepped in and taught us right from wrong. This is just ridiculous. And if the good have to suffer for the bad, it is a sad, sad place that we're going, guys.
Ooh, you're right about that. Hey, thanks, Dustin. I appreciate you. Yeah, you know, can't paint with a broad brush. I get all that, but man, ooh. All right, let's see here. Who we going to, bud?
We can fit Renee in real quick.
Renee, what you got, buddy?
Yeah, I'm not going to play with a broad brush, but feminism and communism been in bed together. And, you know, I know you can't paint everybody with a broad brush, but percentage-wise, most of the leftist women like to vote communism, and they encourage transgender adventures. And if they have kids, they will sacrifice them to the false god of transgenderism and LGBT, because that's what American culture has turned into. There are other countries with stronger cultures than us, and their mamas will make sure their kids turn out to be men.
Well, hey, look, he's got a point about emasculating men in our country. We had 4 years of that. You know, I'm just glad to see that males are not dead. Like, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay to be a man.
You know, my issue is, if that's what's going on in your life, just don't push it on other people. I just can't
man.
stand the folks who
You be
get
you.
mad when you say yes, ma'am, and they're like,
Yeah, no joke.
I'm not a man. Like, well,
Well,
I'm sorry you
yeah.
have breasts.
You got. I don't know
What do
what
you want me to say?
Yeah, like sorry. You
Don't
know.
get mad at me
Hey,
for
look,
being polite.
But again, I thought you were going here. You want to dress up like another sex in your own home, man? Who am I to say that you should be deprived of that? But like you said, your rights end when they start to infringe on others.
Do it outside your home too, but just don't push it on people.
Yeah, just hey, look, man. Hey, now, come on. All right, guys. Thank you so much. We enjoyed these 2 hours. Be careful out there. May God bless you and be kind.